Guys, it's football season. How's it feeling right now?
Great. Yeah.
Will you say that after you get full pads on tomorrow?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
All right. I'm just having fun with you guys. How do you feel about this team, Tavis? You were a leading defensive guy last year for Tongue River. How do you feel coming into this year?
I'm really excited because we're bringing back a lot of great players, and we looked really solid in practice, and I'm super excited.
All right. What about you, Coulter? I mean, you guys just missed the playoffs last year. Did that provide some motivation?
Oh yeah, for sure. This team's definitely looking. I mean, it's been our goal the last few years, and this is a year we could definitely get it done. Everybody's super excited. So this is what we're looking forward to.
Javen, how do you accomplish that goal of making the playoffs and maybe making some noise in 2A this year?
Oh, we just gotta, stay hungry, work with each other. We do have a lot of talent. We definitely have the capabilities to make it, but staying together through the whole season is definitely how we're gonna get there.
Connor, looks like you're kind of replacing your brother at quarterback.
Yep.
Big shoes to fill. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling pretty good. I started a couple games last year, so I'm still feeling pretty confident, but it's definitely going to be a big change, but I think I'm ready for it.
What do you guys love the most about playing here?
Just being
My
with your
teammates.
friends.
Teammates, atmosphere. I mean, it's
Community is
community. It's a great spot to play too.
They really rally behind us and support us in everything we do. It's awesome.
That's a pretty cool backdrop, as you say, Coulter.
For sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better than this.
I think Bighorn might beg to differ, though.
Yeah, but they're wrong.
I just saw Bighorn a little bit ago. So, what do you guys think of the prospects of 2A this year? Javen, I'll ask you. What do you look at when you see 2A football right now?
There's definitely some tough teams all across the state. We know that our conference is definitely packed with some talent. Definitely some good teams in our conference, and so we're looking forward to making a statement, proving what we can do in the mix of all these good teams.
Tavis, what is Coach kind of harping on right now, Coach Hanson?
Hard work each day, coming in and doing our best, whether that's offense, defense, special teams, whether you're senior or freshman.
Do you guys feel like you got some depth just in case something does pop up, Coulter?
Yeah, I think we definitely do. I mean, especially our skill positions. We're stacked with skill guys right now. So I think we definitely have some depth. We can swap some things around. I think it'll be fun to see.
What about on the line, guys? Where are you at line-wise this year?
Line's a little bit short this year compared to years before, but we're looking good. They're doing their blocks, so I think we'll be solid.
Javen, I'll go back to you. What do you guys got to get done before you get ready for your first game? What are some big things that have to happen in practice?
We got to come in with the same mindset every day, knowing that we're trying to get better, work on the little things, we're all excited. We all know what we have to do and what we want to do, so just coming in with that same mindset every day.
All right, let's do a little rapid fire. Favorite place to play besides at home?
Sundance. No, Upton.
Okay.
Probably Bighorn.
Javen?
Bighorn for sure. The rivalries too.
Probably Bighorn. It's always a fun game.
Gotcha. Place you dislike to play the most?
Ferns.
Torrington.
Dorrington.
Probably Sundance.
Okay. All right. Favorite part about bus trips?
These guys.
Yeah, being with your teammates.
Teammates.
Thing that you hate about the bus trips?
When it gets too hot on the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Going to Burns.
Terrible.
Going to Burns because it's just so far?
Yeah.
Muscle cramps.
I got you. Oh, muscle cramps. On the bus?
Oh yeah. You're all on the way home. You're all tight. Everything. Oof.
Got to drink a little more water, I think.
Probably.
Okay. All right. Game you're looking forward to the most this year?
Bighorn.
That was a tight game last year. Unfortunately, you didn't quite get past them to get into playoffs. So does that provide some fuel, Tavis?
Definitely. Yeah, we're looking to beat them and hopefully take a spot in the playoffs that we didn't get last year.
Okay. All right. Do you guys feel like you can get there, Coulter?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's obviously going to be a good game. It's one of the tougher games in 2A, in my opinion. I mean, great energy, but I think we definitely have the guys to get her done.
Javen, what do you think about the west side of 2A? You guys don't see that side as much.
But we hear a lot of things, and you see some stuff online and whatnot, and there's definitely some talent over there. Lineman's always tough, and we know that there's a lot of teams that are competitive over there. So.
All right. Well, guys, best luck. I appreciate you taking some time today. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Anyway, Steve, you're early on in practice here. I guess, how would you kind of characterize what you're thinking about with the Eagles here in 2022?
You know, we got a really athletic group. You know, and I feel really confident about where we are as far as progressionally. We're further along than we have been the last couple of years. Guys are picking up the scheme, and we're blessed enough to have some depth this year, you know, with more guys out than we've had in the past, and we've got some really good underclassmen that are providing good depth and a lot of good veteran leadership. So I'm really pleased with where we are, you know, day 3 of the early season here.
You guys seem like you've been building the last couple of years, just missed the playoffs in the 2A East last year. Has that provided some fuel for these guys, you think?
I think so. You know, one of our team goals every year is to play, you know, in November. We want to be a playoff team, and we've been working back to that since the switch back to 2A. And this crew really set their mind to it. They want to make some history. We haven't been in the playoffs for quite a few years, and they're very hungry for it. And they're a group that has been really successful in all of their athletic endeavors, you know, at younger levels. And they know how to win. And I think they're ready to take on that challenge.
Do you feel that they can handle more, or is it more about let's fine tune and perfect what we know how to do?
I think they can handle a lot more, and they're also very, very comfortable in going through fundamental reps and doing the very best at the simple things too. They're a unique group that way, where they've got a lot of group confidence, within them, and yeah, they definitely have the highest football IQ of a team that collectively that I've coached in quite a while. Okay. Capable of handling some very deep conceptual things offensively and defensively.
So what do you feel, and I asked the kids this too, that you got to get done between now and when you play your first official game?
You know, it's just cleaning up the little things. You know,
Okay.
First time in shoulder pads today, and everybody looks good blocking air. Everybody looks good on a hand shield. So it's cleaning up the little things. We don't know how will we respond to that collision, that first hit.
Right.
So, you know, it's getting back to the fundamental things of, you know, we've been blocking air, so now we've got to get our pads down again, and we've got to get pushing on a live body that's coming full speed too, and getting the basics of both sides of the ball established, and then we can build and roll. I think it's just overcoming that first day.
You've got a QB in Connor Cummins, who played some last year for his older brother Eli, who you lose was kind of an all-purpose threat for you.
Yeah.
You got Tavis at middle linebacker, legend defensive points. Do you feel like you got two guys that you can kind of build maybe your centerpiece around a little bit?
Most definitely. And I'd say we've got more than two. What's really nice about those guys is they're absolutely team-first guys. And so for them to be, you know, as far as focal points on both sides of the ball, definitely. I love what they're both doing. But we've got other guys around them that are going to make them a lot better too. In guys like Caleb Kilbride and Javin Walker and Coulter Haniff and Alex Barker and Nate Guyman. We've got other guys that are going to really free them up to be great playmakers as well.
What are your thoughts on 2A right now? I know we're before the season, but it seems pretty balanced, and some teams lost more than others, I guess.
Absolutely, and that's a really tough one. You know, for years you look at a team and go, boy, how are they going to replace those guys? And some schools tend to do that very well. I think it's anybody's game. I know Lyman's going to be incredibly tough because they've got a great tradition down there, and they're returning some great players. And then you can never count out a school like Wheatland or a Torrington. Upton Sundance is always competitive. Bighorn's got great tradition. Cokeville's got great tradition. So across the state, 2A is, I think, one of the more. It's a very competitive. It's a very competitive arena for football, and it could be anybody's game this year.
Is there one thing that you can kind of point to early and say, hey, we've got to get this done to get off in the right direction, especially early on in the season?
You know, I would say there's a couple things, and probably the number one thing is just being healthy. We got to be healthy at the right time. We got to get through a couple of those first aches and pains and see how we respond to the heat and the bumps and the bruises. And we have to get off to a consistent start. We got to get off to a consistent start. We've got, you know, 2 tough non-conference games with Sheridan JV, so you're taking on the JV squad for the powerhouse of the state at the 4A level, and then we're going to Thermop. And Thermopolis is a tough school with tough kids, and they've had a good tradition of winning as well in the past. So if we can get off to a good start before conference play, I really think we're going to have a lot of success.
Steve, thanks so much for your time, and I wish you all the best here in 2022.
Bet, thank you.